All right, good evening. I'd like to call the North Aurora Village Board meeting for Monday, February 3rd, 2025 to order. Please join me in silent prayer and meditation. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Christensen.
Here.
Trustee Curtis. Trustee Gately.
Here.
Trustee Lowry.
Here.
Trustee Nedved.
Here.
Trustee Salazar.
Here.
And Mayor Gaffino.
Here. Audience comments. Is there anybody signed up for that? Steve, do you know?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to make an appointment tonight. Mike Tolt to the Aurora Area Conventions Visitor Bureau. Dale Berman has been serving as the Village of North Aurora's board representative with the Aurora Area Convention Visitors Bureau. Dale recently moved to an at-large position. But this time I'd like to appoint Mike Tolt as the Village of North Aurora board representative with the Aurora Area Convention Bureau. Everybody good? All right, okay, thank you. Consent agenda,
Motion. Second.
discussion. Roll, please.
Trustee Gately.
Yes.
Trustee Salazar.
Yes.
Trustee Christensen.
Yes.
Trustee Curtis. Trustee Lowry.
Yes.
Trustee Nedved.
Yes. All right, thank you. Item 1 on new business, Steve.
Thank you, Mayor. Item number 1 is an ordinance to decrease the number of liquor licenses for multiple businesses in town. This is kind of a cleanup. As you know, when a business goes out of business, we remove their liquor license and then we basically take it off the book so that if another company wants to come in and get a liquor license, the board has to now grant a new license in that category. In this case, there's a whole list because unfortunately we did have a few businesses go out of business recently. So they're listed here and I'll name all the businesses include Los Crisoles, Taco Madre. I'll get to Taco Madre. They're not out of business, but Taco Madre is because they have a liquor license, have not utilized their local licenses this entire year to our knowledge. They do not have a state license to operate, so they can't sell anyways. And they've indicated to Mike Toth that they are not looking to renew their license on March 1st. So they told Mike it's okay to pull it at this time. So then the other businesses are Real Menace, Crave, and Orchard Wine and Liquor.
Second. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Trustee Curtis. Trustee Gately.
Yes.
Trustee Lowry.
Yes.
Trustee Nedved.
Yes.
Trustee Christensen.
Yes.
Trustee Salazar.
Yes.
All right, thank you. And a new business, item 2, Steve.
Thank you. Item number 2 is increasing the number of licenses in the Class B category. This is the full liquor for a small restaurant. This is for El Cornell, which was here at the Committee of the Whole at the last meeting. They are operating in the location previously of Real Menace and previous to that at the Catlon over on 56.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Roll, please.
Trustee Nedved.
Yes.
Trustee Salazar. Trustee Christensen.
Yes.
Trustee Curtis. Trustee Gately.
Yes.
Trustee Lowry.
Yes. All right, thank you. Item 3, Dave.
Good evening, everybody. All right, currently, the fleet is maintained and parts are maintained using Microsoft Excel, while the police department utilizes FileMaker, which is a software scheduled to be retired soon. To streamline these processes, staff explored several vendors and identified software that could centralize fleet management for Public Works and the police department, enhance parts inventory management, and provide valuable insight into the health of the village's fleet. After meeting with several vendors, staff determined that Fleet IO was the best overall choice. The annual cost for the premium version is $15,840 with an estimated implementation timeline of 8 weeks. While the software wasn't budgeted, sufficient funds are available in the contingency software and hardware funds.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Roll, please.
Trustee Lowry.
Yes.
Trustee Nedved,
Yes.
trustee Salazar,
Yes.
trustee Christensen,
Yes.
trustee Curtis, trustee Gately.
All right, thank you. Item 4, Brian.
Thank you, Mayor. This is an item to award 2 contracts for the Veterans Memorial Project. New business items 4 and 5 are covered by this memo. At the October 21st, 2024 Committee of the Whole meeting, TESCA presented a concept drawing of enhancements to the Veterans Memorial. The staff was directed to move forward this project, which is construction design. The phase will refine the proposed concept design, materials, layout, and features for the memorial. Staff reached out to TESCA and WBK Engineering for proposals to finalize the concept and prepare construction documents. Village staff is recommending approving the proposal from TESCA in the amount of $35,680 and the proposal from WBK Engineering in the amount of $53,900.
It should be noted that you're voting on those items separately. So the first item you're voting on right now is for the design through TUSCA.
Motion to approve.
Discussion. Roll, please.
Trustee Salazar,
Yes.
trustee Christensen,
Yes.
trustee Curtis, trustee Gately.
Yeah.
Trustee Lowry,
Yes.
trustee Nedved.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Item 5, Brian.
So this is a repeat of the memo. So it's the approval of the agreement with TESCA in the amount of $35,680.
Sorry, this is the approval of WBK Engineering for the engineering
5.
of that site.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Roll, please.
Trustee Lowry,
Yes.
trustee Nedved,
Yes.
trustee Salazar,
Yes.
trustee Christensen,
Yes.
trustee Curtis, trustee Gately.
All right, thank you. Item 6, Jason.
Thank you, Mayor. This item is a resolution authorizing the village administrator to sign a contract for electricity services for a water well and treatment plant. On March 4th, NIMEC will hold its annual group bid. On that day, we'll be presented 1, 2, and 3-year prices for electricity services for those facilities. In addition, we'll receive either traditional or green electric. So we'll have to make the choice of we want to do green or electric. The past 2 years, or past 2 bids, we've done green electricity, which is estimated about $15,000 to $20,000 additional a year. So what we're asking for is obviously, we said the administrator's authority to sign the contract, because that day will be provided the amounts and we have to sign the same day in order to lock in those prices. So we just need to know if we want to continue to go the green energy route or look at the traditional energy.
Motion to approve.
Discussion. Roll,
Well,
please.
we need to know whether or not you want us to go with green energy or not.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Jason was saying that's what we traditionally have done on this.
Mhm.
We just want to know that's it, so that when the pricing comes back that day, I know whether to sign it or not.
I say yes.
Okay.
Do we have any projections as to where we think energy prices are going to be going? I mean, I don't want to get locked into a 3-year contract and then we have a downward trajectory.
Yeah, traditionally, or at least the past two times, we've only done a 1 year. So we can do 1, 2, or 3. And because of those prices, when you look at it, the 2 year is, I mean, the 1 year is like the least amount, and then the 2 goes higher and 3 goes even higher. So we haven't wanted to lock ourselves into, paying that higher one, just not knowing where prices are going. So at least the past 2 bids, we've just done the 1 year and just see how things go. But they are projecting things to go up. So I'm guessing it's going to be similar to the way it's been, where that 3 year is just going to be at a price we don't want to lock into.
Roll, please.
Trustee Lowry,
Yes.
trustee Nedved,
Yes.
trustee Salazar,
Yes.
trustee Christensen,
Yes.
trustee Curtis, trustee Gately.
Yes.
All right, village president report. I have none. Trustee comments.
Yes, Steve and I attended the IML legislative breakfast, and the same issues that come up every cycle. I don't know how many of those I've attended, but there's one issue that comes up when they have like a round table when all the lawmakers come and talk to us. And we have a good lobbyist with the IML. I know him real well, but just make it clear, the governor can't take away distributive funds on his own, because that gets brought up at every time. It has to be voted on by the lawmakers. And I can tell you that it's probably not, they're not going to take that away.
All right.
But to make it clear for everybody, because it gets confusing.
Yeah, good point.
But no, it was a good breakfast. Steve, any-
No, it was. It's different the way they do it now. It's more informal, where they have legislators come to your table and they bounce from table to table. So you get a few minutes to talk to them and, talk about their issues in Springfield and your issues locally. And it used to be a panel, so they used to ask the same question to everybody and you have to sit and hear, the answers. But now you get to individualize your meetings with them.
All right. Thank you. Administrator report,
No report tonight. Thank you.
department heads. Okay, motion adjourned.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. All right, thank you. We'll be starting the committee of the whole shortly.